Sell me on Aaron Rodgers. You don't need to sell me on Aaron Rodgers because I trust your opinion, but come on, sell me.
Like I said, Minnesota is terrible in their secondary, and they're weakened with the pass rush because they lost all those guys. So Aaron Rodgers is going to have all day to throw, in my opinion. And when you give Aaron Rodgers time to throw, those deep routes, it's not just going to be Devontae Adams picking them apart, but you've got guys from the Saints to differentiate your stats with Traquan Smith, who I love, and Emmanuel Sanders, another guy on DK, 4,800 and 5K for Traquan and Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, those prices are so good. And you throw one of those two guys in there in your Breeze or Stafford stacks, and you're immediately going to be very different from the field.
Why do you like DeAndre Swift from the Lions?
Yeah, so coming off the bye, I expect DeAndre Swift to become the lead back, and I think it could be this week. Two other quarterbacks that I'm going to play a lot in tournaments is Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. I think both these guys have tremendous upside. I think their price tags are still a little bit too cheap, so we're getting them at a value. Everyone's going to be paying up at quarterback, in my opinion, so paying down is going to be a little contrarian. And they both have really good matchups on the board. I think that this could be a spot where Joe Burrow goes nuts and has like 3-4 touchdown game, puts up 25 plus DraftKings points at 5,500. I got a lot of questions on Dalvin Cook and how I got there. Got Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt, all in that kind of price range above and below him. He's going to be the guy ownership-wise that gets left out. And I think he has just as much upside as any of those guys. I believe that Christian McCaffrey is going to be under 5%, probably like 2 or 3%.
Wow.
And if we can get McCaffrey at 5% or under, man, I just can't, I can't not take a shot with Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah. It's Holden and JSU. It's NBA Final Countdown, preseason edition. JSU, this is good for us because we get into the groove ourselves. You know, Harden's playing 20 minutes tonight. We're playing 45 trying to get ready for this show. This is going to be fun. It's free tonight. And if you haven't already checked out Run Pure Sports, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure you like our video and then hit subscribe in the bottom right. And hey, what's going on with Draft Cheat here, man? He's just trolling everybody already. I can't handle this.
I mean, what do you expect when you bring on Draft Cheat? That's his job. His job is to troll. That's
and I trolled him and he ignored me. It pissed me off. I'm like, I already don't like this guy. Rivalry time.
Yeah, I mean, screw him. Troll him right back. Keep going. Do it. I love it. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm not a troll, so you won't see me really trolling anything on Twitter or anything like that. That's not really how I roll. But NBA season, right? What's better than this?
This is you. This is you. I mean, NFL, we love the NFL, but this is where we got our edge here at Run Pure Sports. It's you, Big T. We got Draft Cheat, Hoop. I'm sure I'm missing guys. Mangone. Who am I missing?
AP.
Oh,
yeah. Just everyone's big into basketball. Right, Run Pure. It's gonna be a good season. We're giving this out to you guys. Just checking out our show for the preseason. It'll be free for the whole preseason. But this will be a show that we'll do up to lock with me, Holden, and we're gonna have other people on. Hoop will be on once in a while. Big T, AP, Mangone, all the guys we got over there. DC. So this is gonna be a show that we're gonna have for the subs for pretty much every NBA slate once the regular season starts. So if you're not in now, get in, right?
Yep, and that's DC 30. We did our own promo for the guy. DC 30 for 30% off the first month, 15% off of your lifetime subscription. JSU, NBA premium content coming up today. I already saw the playbook that popped early today. What other kind of premium stuff do we have? Because listen, before we even get into that, we got some time tonight. We only got 3 games. Normally what we're going to do, we're going to come on. We're going to give you a ton of news. JSU's going to give you his insight, take some of your questions, and we'll be done. Tonight, well, we got a little extra time. So let's talk a little bit here.
Let me just say one thing before we get going on the NBA stuff, because I want to shout out one person at Rumpier who's been absolutely crushing it over on the Monkey Knife Fight side. We got the Discord channel for Monkey Knife Fight. Hoop has been absolutely slaying Monkey Knife Fight. He's been giving winners all throughout the last week or two. Monkey Knife Fight. I saw a couple people in there talking about how they turned $50 into $800 in the last week. A lot of winners over there. If you're in the Discord and haven't checked out Monkey Knife Fight yet, get over there because Hoop is slaying Monkey Knife Fight. So get over there now. Check that out. If you're not a member and you want to become a member, once you become a member, get in the Discord and check out the Monkey Knife Fight stuff. Hoop's dropping plays in there all the time for all the football slates. I'm sure once basketball regular season starts off, he'll be dropping stuff in there for NBA too. So get in there, check it out. Like I said, it's just been crushing. And the Discord is great. NBA, people have been in there talking NBA all day. I'm in there, Hoop's in there, BigT gets in there for all the sports. So you check it out.
Very good. All right, guys, you're in the chat. We'll answer your questions as we go on here. We got a 3-game slate. We got the Sixers and the Celtics, Rockets and Spurs, Warriors and Kings. So, I kind of give a broad brush, but JSU, what are we going to give our viewers during the regular season? What exactly should they be in store for during this lead up to lock?
Yeah, so we're going to have 2 shows, but this show specifically leading up to lock, we're going to give you guys all the news. I'm going to break down what the news all means to me. I'm going to give it to you based off of who's in, who's out. With NBA, we always get guys out kind of leading up to lock and news breaks, which changes the slate. And I'm going to try and help you guys through it as best I can, the way I take myself through it. So I'm going to give you guys the strategy also for tournaments and stuff like that. You guys know me. I'm a tournament player, not really a cash player. We're going to have other cash game guys, like I said, Hoop, Mangone, other guys who play cash, who are going to help us too on this show as well. So it won't just be me. It'll be a team effort, but everyone knows I focus on GPPs, and I'm going to try and, help you guys out, take down tournaments, and, also once, be in the Discord all the time. So, if you're a member, that's what you're going to get watching this show and, leading up to lock.
All right, let's see here. I want to get you the latest Spurs news. Doesn't as much have to do with, tonight, Popovich says they won't start big tonight. He didn't say who the starters were going to be. But
please tell me it's Devin Vassell, because I hope so.
Yeah. Well, he just said next game they'll have their rotation they're likely to use for the opening game of the season. So basically he's going to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall today is what that's telling me. Now, if you're if you're looking for Derek White, he is further behind than Keldon Johnson, who's gone for at least the next couple of weeks. So Derek White has nothing to do with tonight, but he's not going to be around. So I don't know what to take from Pop here. I think they're just going to be running a ton of bodies out there, JSU.
Yeah, so, this news is interesting. Last game out, they started Jakob Poeltl at center. Obviously, LMA was the 4, Rudy Gay. So they started a little bigger lineup, DeRozan and DeJounte Murray. I expect this lineup, obviously, Rudy Gay probably slides over to the 4, LMA to the 5. And then I don't know who they're going to start. Now, normally, Derek White and DeJounte Murray, they normally start 1-2, or at least they kind of did last year at the end of the season. If he's out, no Keldon Johnson, who's still out, Keita Bates-Diop out this game. I think there's only 2 ways to go here. I think it's either Trey Lyles, which probably makes the most sense to start, in my opinion, or it's Devin Vassell, because Devin Vassell is big enough. He can play. He can guard multiple positions. So he could slide into that 3, which is where they wanted to play him. When he was on the floor to start last game, I noticed Trey Lyles, and I'm pretty sure it was Eubanks was on the floor with him. So he was playing the 3. So it's either he plays the 3 and Rudy Gay moves up to the 4 position, or it's Trey Lyles and Rudy Gay stays at the 3. So I don't know, but this makes me like Trey Lyles a lot more. This makes me still like Devin Vassell, because either way, he's a really good player who, again, like I said, can defend multiple positions. It's perfect against a Rockets team where you got guys like Harden, John Wall, Eric Gordon, multiple scorers that, are ISO. They can ISO and try and score on you. So that would make sense as well. So right now I'm bumping Vassell, I'm bumping Trey Lyles, downgrading Jakob Poeltl. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, that's the news for the Spurs, right?
Yeah, that's most of it. I mean, we already know Shamanic is out, right? Luka Shamanic, Derek White's not even going to be here. And then the word coming out is the young guys are going to play more. I'm just reading a couple of articles, guys that cover the team. The guys that were mentioned the most that they want to see more run out of would be Eubanks, Walker, and Murray. Those are the 3 guys that I found.
So, okay, that's good because Lonnie Walker is another kid who he makes a lot of sense as well. I guess if they wanted to go smaller and play DeRozan at the 3 and Rudy Gay at the 4, Lonnie Walker could slide in at that 2 position. He's really talented. I like this kid as well. I guess we should bump him as well because that makes sense. So DeJounte Murray, who I already liked, young guy, he's 6,400. Anyone who watches this, my shows in the past for NBA knows I love DeJounte Murray. Kid is just a total stud, defensive, really good player. But then offensively, he's just kind of growing into it and he's getting better every year, in my opinion. And if he can develop that 3-point shot, he's going to be really tough to guard. So I think he's a strong play today. But yeah, so those are the bumps, right? Lonnie Walker, Vassell, and probably Trey Lyles now.
All right. Walker, Vassell, Lyles. Very good. We'll move on to the Rockets then. I mean, let's get right into the next team. Harden's going to play about 20 minutes. He said he wanted to play a lot. Silas says he's going to play about 20 minutes tonight. So let's just start there and we can get to the fallout with Wall and we can talk about PJ Tucker and Christian Wood and them too. But I want to get your take on Harden, what you think he's going to do tonight in his 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Harden and Wall. Is it kind of like where Harden and Wall start off the game together and then one of them gets taken out a little earlier and then put back in for the other, kind of like they did with Westbrook and Harden a little bit? So I wonder what they're going to do there. I wonder if that's the same idea. So that way, like when they're in, they don't have to like fight over the ball because both of them want the ball in their hands. No, it's just the truth. They both want the ball in their hands. Both like to isolate and, make plays. If Harden's playing 20 minutes, he's still one of the better plays on the slate, in my opinion, just because in 20 minutes, Harden could, easily get a double-double, in my opinion. He goes after rebounds. He racks up assists because he draws multiple defenders when he gets into the paint, which he gets into the paint whenever he wants. He to me is a really strong play. I think John Wall is a very solid play too. If you're going back and forth on Wall and Harden, I really think they're very close, in my opinion. I think that Harden is still the safer play to me at the 20 minutes that we know we're going to get. Wall, I can't see Wall playing like too many more minutes than he got last time out. I think like he's going to play 25 minutes. Like, I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Let me just throw something else at it too that I just saw pop up here. This is Jonathan Fagan. Harden's going to start, play about 20 minutes like we've been talking about. PJ Tucker's going to start with Eric Gordon, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins. So just starters out there.
I'm sorry. So Eric Gordon is starting with Wall and Harden?
And Cousins and Tucker.
Okay. Interesting. So they're starting the 3 guards together. Okay. That so no House is in. He's not in the lineup. Tonight. It's not in the starters.
Nope.
Okay.
So what do you do with
I mean, I think what they want to do is just surround shooters. They want Gordon and Harden. They want to surround shooters. Maybe, Wall as well, who looks like his jump shot's a little better than the last time I saw him. Anyways, it looks a little smoother to me. But I still think they're probably going to end up rotating where after like 6 minutes, one of these guys or two of these guys get pulled out early and then back in for the other. I still think that's going to happen. But either way, I think they're good plays. I think from a tournament perspective, Wall will probably be a little lower owned than Harden, even with the minutes, even with them saying 20 minutes. I still think Harden is a little higher owned, but I think they're both good plays. I really do. So it's a toss up between those two.
And now PJ Tucker's playing less than 20 minutes, a bit less than 20 minutes. Don't expect much out of him. What do you expect out of Wall? This is close to my heart too. I love John Wall. First of all, he's a magnificent person. Second of all, I really hope that he could just stay healthy and at least finish his career because he has so much talent still. But what do you expect out of him with Harden this season, just in a broader picture?
I honestly, I kind of hope that Harden would go somewhere else just so I could see John Wall with his own team. And it would literally just be him and Boogie. And really it would be him one. And Boogie would definitely be like the number 2 guy. Clearly, I don't know if we're going to get that. I hope we do. But either way, he looks pretty good. Like he's got the burst. Watching him, I was very surprised with just how kind of smooth he looked when going to the hoop and stuff like that. He had that like where he just kind of like speed burst to the hoop and got there quickly off that like hesitation dribble. And he looked really good to me. I was very impressed, very shocked. I didn't expect him to, I expect him to look a little, rustier coming off that injury. And to me, he didn't. To me, he looked pretty good. So I expect him to have a good season. It'll be interesting to see if Wall and Harden play the whole season together or if Harden's gone. I have no idea. It seems like Harden wants to go. It seems like they've tried. I don't know. It's got to be tough to get rid of someone like Harden and get the compensation you think you should get from a team. That's so hard because Harden is like one of the better players in the league, right? Like he's got to be top 3. Or, I would put KD, LeBron. He's in that mix. You know what I mean? KD and LeBron are ahead of him. I think Luka is right there with him. So Davis. He's top 4 or 5 to me. But still, it's hard to get. It's hard to trade someone like that out. It's just the value you need to get is tough.
Well, how about Anthony Davis? Look at the trade there. Like they had to give up Anthony Davis, but they figured out. I mean, you have to draft perfectly, basically, if you're giving up a stud like that. You have to draft perfectly, and you're never going to get value. Because
you're going to have to get a few first-round picks. Like that, you need to. You know what I mean? Like you just have to. So, yeah, you have to be a team that drafts well. But we'll see on him. I mean, let's kind of dive into the late game, or actually the early game.
Yeah, let's
talk about the early game.
Yeah, we got to – that's just Derek White set to miss a few weeks. Yeah, I think I just talked about that. All right, so that just popped up. Good. Sixers, Celtics. Let's doing this. Tyrese
Wait a second. Hold on. Title said I never put respect on Giannis's name. I'm sorry, Title. Did I forget that Giannis is after all those guys? Luka, Harden, KD, LeBron.
Davis.
He's after
Davis.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably Davis. Even though Davis, you know what drives me nuts about Davis is I feel like he just gets injured. Like he just to me, he's too soft. Like for me to like him. I don't like soft players. I don't like people who are I like tough players. I like people who, play as hard as possible. Like one of my favorite players, and he's not like the best player, but Russell Westbrook. To me, Russell Westbrook plays his butt off every night. I love players like that. I think John Wall is similar where he plays his butt off all the time. I like guys like that. I respect guys like that.
Russell Westbrook better than Giannis. You heard it here first.
Definitely didn't say that. Definitely didn't say that. No.
What's up, Title? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, give us a thumbs up here. We're doing this show for free. At least you jabronis can give us a thumbs up. And for you guys that are here all the time, you're paying people. We love you so much, but you just give us a little bit back, just a thumbs up so we can keep doing this. Like and subscribe. DC 30, we got the draft sheet here. You know, we thought Title was going to be able to just run pure into the 22nd century or whatever the hell century is next. But he couldn't. He couldn't put the whole team on his back. We had to bring draft sheet in. You know, Title, you're getting 7-figure paycheck, buddy. You might have to earn it a little more. But draft sheets here, DC 30 for 30% off the first month, 15% off for the life of the subscription. So that was it. I was just kidding about Title. He's awesome. I love Title. Let's do the early game. Sixers, Celtics. Your Celtics. Let me read you some notes I got for you. Okay, buddy? Brad Stevens, Javonte Green starts at the third wing. Everybody else could be rotating it. Does that really matter much? Green gets a little bump or what?
Javonte Green, major athlete. I think what's going to happen is Stevens is going to rotate the secondary pieces around Jaylen Brown and Tatum and Smart and kind of work other guys in like Javonte Green to see, you know, the combos he likes. I think he's going to test out different ones. So to me, I'm not really on Javonte Green. I do probably say in the second half, he probably sees a little more run, but at least in the first half, I expect there to be guys rotating in and out with the three, you know, of Smart, Brown, Tatum. That's kind of what they were indicating, at least, was they wanted to have different combos of players tested out with those main pieces. Okay.
Well, that's good to know. So here's the starters for tonight. We got Tatum, Brown, Smart, Javonte Green, and who's that? Robert Williams. Everyone's going to play at least 10 minutes. And yeah, Daniel Ty's still out, but everyone's playing at least 10 minutes. And again, this is why we're doing this show here today. We got to get ourselves ready, but JSU, this is kind of like just a run through for the regular season because it's going to be totally crazy. We're also trying to win us some money tonight too. So run down the situation here, the wings, the starters, 10 minutes, a lot going on with your Celtics.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're definitely pretty thin, you know, with the bigs. They got Robert Williams, Taco Fall. They're going to play Grant Williams at that 4, maybe if they go really small at the 5. If they do that, Semi Ojeleye, he'll probably play like the power forward position as well, because that like 3 position and, you know, guard position, they have a few bodies there. Javonte Green being 1, Aaron Naismith, who can play the 2 and the 3, Carson Edwards, Jeff Teague, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Tremont Waters at point guard, Peyton Pritchard, another draft pick, first rounder, I'm pretty sure, that they have for point guard as well. So they're pretty deep at the guard position. It's the bigs where they're really thin there. Problem is that I just can't get behind playing guys like Grant Williams and Semi Ojeleye, who really don't hold much value fantasy-wise because they just don't do a lot even when they see decent minutes on the floor. I think Robert Williams isn't going to get a ton of love here. I get it. It makes sense. You just want to lock him in. He's going to see Embiid for most of the first half because they said that the starters for the Sixers are going to play normal minutes in the first half, and then they'll play less in the second half. So to me, Robert Williams is going to start, so he's going to see Embiid for a lot of it. If that's the case, I first of all do not like playing bigs against Embiid because Embiid is so skilled on the block. He's very good at drawing fouls. But either way, it's a tough matchup for Williams on the other end. Williams' upside is defensively. If he can get some blocks, some steals, a few rebounds, like that's where his upside is. And then he's got to be good around the basket. He's got to be able to, get a putback dunk, get a few, layups around the hoop. That's where you need him. He's not going to do much else though. So his upside really, he needs that like blocks and decent rebound totals to have some solid upside. But he is 4,700. So it's not like you're paying a premium for Robert Williams, especially when the minimum is 4K. So that's one thing. Me personally, I think I would prefer Marquise Chris for Golden State at 4,900 over Robert Williams. Chris is not going to start. Looney will start. But I assume that Looney, who only saw 17 minutes last game, and the multiple bigs for Golden State have been ruled out, some that played last time, some that didn't. But that's going to mean Looney probably plays a few extra minutes, but they never run him out big minutes. I can't see them going from like Looney playing 17 minutes to him playing 25. Like, I think he probably sees 20. I think Marquise Chris probably sees 20 to 24. And then maybe they have like a small ball lineup that sees a few minutes too. So I think that to me, I like a little more personally. But that's just me.
Okay. Very good. I like it. We got some news, a little bit of news on the Kings and the Warriors when we get to that. Again, we still got about 22 minutes to lock. So we're going to break down these last three teams. Then maybe we could talk a little roster construction. I just got followed by a guy named Poopin Lamar. And then I looked at who it was. It was that sandbag and son of a bitch draft cheat. It was draft cheat. Again,
he's still trolling you. Even when he,
I don't think he's trolling. I don't even think that was a troll. I don't even think that was.
No, it wasn't. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like, dude,
you got confused. It was good.
You already started off on the wrong foot with me, draft cheat. It's on, baby. I
can't wait until he does one of these shows with me and you. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting the guy. Sixers. Let me see. Let me read you some stuff I got here. Simmons and Embiid are playing normal minutes in the first half, and little to none in the second half. So we kind of expected that. Tyrese Maxey getting a whole bunch of love from the coaching staff and players, just reading a couple articles on him. And again, a lot of minutes for the starters in the first half. And I'm really interested to see what we see out of Simmons and Embiid and the rest of this team. I'm excited to watch the Sixers this year with Doc Rivers, man. I really am.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Doc Rivers can put the right people in situations to succeed. He's done a pretty good job of that. Now, if we remember, I'm not comparing Rajon Rondo to Ben Simmons because they're different players. But let me just remind people, that year they won the title, Rondo couldn't shoot to save the life of him. And Doc, coached him up on how to just succeed, and he still couldn't shoot the entire time. And people were going under his screens constantly. I think if any coach can get the most out of Doc Rivers, out of Ben Simmons, it's Doc Rivers. And you guys know, again, I am not a Ben Simmons fan. I do not think he's very good. I believe he has major athleticism and talent, but his problem is always going to be if he can't figure out how to handle when people go under screens, how to still be able to get where you want, which is what Doc taught Rondo. If he can't figure that out, then he's not going to succeed in this league. But if there's one person that can do it, I think it's Doc. I think Doc's the guy to do it. Even though, I'm critical of him. Don't tell me, he was hitting threes in the offseason. I've heard this before. I've heard the whole, he looks okay. There was a 20-second video. He hit 2 threes. All right, let's pump the brakes on Ben Simmons shooting. But like I said, I think Doc gets the most out of him. So I think we see a better Ben Simmons this year. Either way, for this game, I expect in the first half, we probably see the starters play 7 to 8 minutes, probably 7 to 8 minutes in the first quarter and 7 to 8 minutes in the second quarter. That to me seems pretty reasonable. Maybe they stretch it to 9, but I can't see them. Maybe Ben does, but I can't see Doc running Embiid 9 minutes in the first quarter right off the bat. Maybe he does. I don't know. And if that's the case, then it's more like 18 minutes in the first quarter. I don't know if I see that. I see it as more like they probably get about 16 minutes in the first quarter, and then they get about half of the third quarter. So I'm looking at them playing anywhere from 20 minutes to maybe 22 if you think it's more like 17 minutes they get in the first quarter. So I'm seeing them around 20 to 22 minutes. If you like them in that span, then go for it. Like, I think on FanDuel, Joel Embiid makes the most sense at center. Ben Simmons can rack up steals and blocks. So, and rebounds and assist. Like, he's the perfect guy for fantasy. Like, he can't shoot worth a lick, but he is perfect for fantasy because he does everything else. So if he scores, that's just a bonus.
We're sitting at 63 likes. This is unacceptable. It's a live show for the preseason NBA, but come on. I mean, you can get us at least 100 before we lock. We'll get into.
I'm going to give away some free swag at the end of this show. We got to get to. No, we got to get to. I'm going to give it. What do you think, Holden? Like 80 likes? Let's get 80 likes. That's half the viewers right now.
Hold on. I got the perfect gift for everybody. Keep talking.
No, oh God. All right. So
listen, this is 1981. This is autographed by me. You can have this. Little
Dude,
league.
we just got a dislike, Holden. What are you doing?
Well, that's why.
Literally just got a
No,
dislike.
this guy was pissed at you, man. What was his name? New Love Adoka Chacher. He's like, bro, shut up. Why are you talking about Ben Simmons like that? Dude, Ben Simmons, sniper. Did you see the videos this offseason?
No, let me tell you right now. This has been an unpopular take of mine for years.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is an unpopular. I get it. Some of you guys love Ben Simmons. I'm not knocking you. I literally said I think Doc gets the most out of Ben. I don't know what more you want me to say on a guy who's been critical of Ben Simmons for years. Every single time I've been on a show and I talk about Ben Simmons, I'm normally very critical. This is the most positive I think I've ever talked about Ben Simmons in my life. I'm just going to go back to crapping on the dude constantly, I think, but we'll see. I don't know.
New Love, I don't know if you're a subscriber or not, but you know what? If you're not, it's a wonderful time to join New Love. You obviously need help with your DFS lineup, so let's do it.
No, just as Ben Simmons takes.
No, it's okay. Just get a subscription if you hadn't. If you haven't, we got 30% off the first month because we got Draft Cheat, DC 30.
If somehow he makes threes this year and he's a decent shooter in the NBA, I'll even give him decent. You can, at the end of the year, you can call me out on Twitter. You can call me, whatever names you want on Twitter. You can find me, so I won't hide from it. So we'll see at the end of the year. We'll see.
All right, listen, if you guys got any questions for lock in like 15 minutes, we're kind of taking our time tonight. We're having fun. We're getting all our stuff out here. Look at that. We got 89. We just picked up 26 likes. If you think JSU's take on Ben Simmons is spot on, give us a like. If you don't, give us a like too. So let's get to this last game, and then we'll get to the questions. I do want to get to the questions before this is all done. This is all I got for the Warriors, JSU. I got Marquise Chris in. Draymond's out. James Wiseman is out. Smilugic is out. Pascal is out. A lot of people are out. I mean, what the hell are we doing here with the Warriors?
Yes, the Warriors, to me, I think that's the team I'm going to be overweight on.
Overweight?
Yeah, so when I say overweight, and everyone also knows I only play 1 to 3, normally 1 to 3 lineups per night. I have 2 lineups tonight. When I say overweight, I think I'm going to have more. I'm probably going to have more than 2 Golden State Warriors in every lineup. It's probably going to be 3 to 4 on both lineups because I just think there's value with all the bigs out. We have some value here. Marquise Chris and Looney, I both talked about them already. I think they both see 20-ish minutes. So I like them at 47 and 4,900. And then we've got Steph Curry, who I like. Kerr said that he's going to gradually, slowly increase his minutes a little bit from game 1 to game 2. Pretty sure he saw 21 minutes in game 1. I expect 23, maybe 25 at most minutes. He said his minutes weren't going out of the 20s all preseason. So this is gradual, right? 2 to 4 minute bump at most for Steph Curry. Really like Kelly Oubre. Watching that game last time, I thought Kelly Oubre looked really good to me. Pretty cheap too. The forward position is not a strong position at 5,900 on DraftKings. I like him. Andrew Wiggins, at times, they moved Steph Curry off the ball. He played kind of that point forward role a little bit. That's a little interesting to me. I do prefer Oubre over Wiggins if I have to choose between the two. I definitely prefer Oubre to Wiggins, though. And then the one guy I think maybe no one's talking about a little bit with all these, or there's two guys. So Kent Bazemore, who in 18 minutes had a pretty solid game the first game. He's a guy who, even in limited minutes, could always, exceed that price. No one's talking about him at 4,800. Also, if they go small, I could see him being, the first one in the game and doing decent. But also Toscano Anderson got a little run at the end of the year to last year. It's like the 3-4 player, but they really don't have much at the 4 position with all these guys out. Pascal, who played 21 or 23 minutes last game, he's out. Somaliak, who played 11 minutes last game, he's out. So, and Draymond Green is already out. Wiseman's out at the center position. They really only have Chris and Looney at the center position. So for forward, they're weak. I think Toscano Anderson might see, decent run, 15 to 20 minutes. He saw 10 minutes, I think, 10 or 11 last game. So I expect some type of bump with all those guys out. So he's another guy we could kind of talk about.
Yeah, I think we just did talk about him, right? And then as far as the Kings go, it's just like impossible right now. They have not given out injury reports in the preseason. They don't plan on doing it.
Well, here's the question with the Kings is, are these bigs that were out last game, are they in this game? Is Marvin Bagley, what are they doing with him? Hassan Whiteside, they're both still, I'm pretty sure, questionable. Because if they're in, that kind of hurts Rashawn Holmes a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how much I love the big situation until I get that news. And then Tyler Halliburton. I mean, Halliburton in 30 minutes last game looked really good to me. Problem was, Corey Joseph didn't play last game. Is Corey Joseph, he's questionable for this game. The game that Corey Joseph played, Halliburton only saw 20 minutes. Big difference between 20 and 30 minutes for these preseason games with these rookies. Now, if I still like Halliburton at 5K, but if Corey Joseph's in, I do downgrade him a little. But on a 3-game slate, I think he's still a solid play here. Could Buddy Hield go in there and jack up 17 shots, 20 shots in 25 minutes? Absolutely could. De'Aaron Fox hasn't had a real great game yet, but I still think he's a fine option. The way I like to build on these slates is I find one spot where multiple pivots to more popular plays could be done, and I'm going to play like one guy. So like, for instance, just to give you an example, maybe you play Wall over Harden, which maybe gives me at least 400. And then maybe you play Fox over Curry. That gives you an extra 200, where there's multiple different pivots where people could take the more expensive guy in each position. The lineup might be more unique that way. Same thing with like Buddy Hield. Maybe you like Buddy Hield more than De'Aaron Fox. Could Buddy Hield go out there, like I said, hit a bunch of threes, outscore De'Aaron Fox? Absolutely. What if you just play Buddy Hield instead of De'Aaron Fox? It's just a way I like to build on these 2 and 3 game slates. And I don't think people look at that when lineup building. They just kind of build everything together. What I like to do is build the best lineup, and then I'll exchange 1 or 2 spots. So there are multiple different pivots that other people in these shorter game slates where, it's a lot easier to duplicate a lineup when there's a ton of entries in a large field tournament. This is one way to make yourself somewhat unique.
So I'm getting some questions in the chat here. When are your cores going to be posted? You're not going to have cores until the regular season, correct?
Yes.
No,
regular season.
Real quick, in our Discord, if you go to the NBA Discord, you have to be a member of Run Pure Sports. But in our Discord, all of our insiders, they're answering questions. AP just posted his core. Terrific NBA player. He just posted his core. We have a playbook up on the site right now, JSU.
Yeah, for sure. For my regular season, cores will be posted. And on this show, I will be updating them every single day. So that's another reason to tune in. But let's get some questions, because I want to get some questions. We got 8 minutes until that first game locks. If you guys have questions, put it in the chat. We'll get to them.
Toscano for all the giblets?
I mean, I don't mind going Toscano. I don't think people are talking about him that much.
Yeah, that's somebody you like, huh? Okay. I hear everybody saying that. And then, I mean, we're never bringing Ben Simmons up again on this show because basically,
Oh God, I'm
seriously, it just doesn't stop.
He's you know what it is, Holden? He's a very I feel like he's a very likable player. He's got like all the talent in the world. So people just pick on that side and they don't look at the weaknesses. They don't want to talk about the weaknesses. They just want to look at the stuff he does well. And the stuff he does well, he's elite at, which is why, obviously. But the stuff he does bad, he is awful at.
What do you think of Robert Williams tonight?
Robert Williams. I don't mind Robert Williams, but I did talk about how I do prefer the Golden State bigs, specifically Marquise Chris, over him, but I do not mind him here.
You take Chris over him. Okay, very good. And I think, outside of that, if you had a core, okay, this is a good one. Thank you, Jay. If you had a core, what would it be? Throw out some names that would be in your core. How about your 4 or 5 favorite plays? Great question, Jay.
Yeah, this is a good question. Okay. So I like Devin Vassell. I would put him in there. I like Kelly Oubre. I would put him in there. I think the forward spot in general is just really tough. So locking up 2 of those spots for people would help. After them 2, I do really like Steph Curry. And I do really like Marquise Chris. So that would probably be the way I would start my build, honestly.
Steph Curry?
Yeah, it's really tough because I like Steph Curry and DeJounte Murray a lot now with the news about them playing smaller. Yeah. Because I think that what that really is, DeJounte Murray can rebound the ball well. He pushes the ball well. He could rack up some rebounds if he gets some good minutes. So there are a lot of good options, but I definitely start with those guys.
Who are the top 2 small forwards on the slate, JSU? That's what they want to know.
Well, I just gave you Oubre, who I think is probably my favorite play. And I gave you Vassell, both small forward eligible.
Yep. Can you play Harden and Wall tonight? Would you do that?
Yes, because like I said, I believe that after, 6 minutes, they pull one out, let one play a little without the other, and then bring that guy back in for him.
All right. I like that. Mangone is Ben Simmons. Yeah, Steve, you know what? I don't know about that. I don't know.
Mangone can't shoot, so he can do a little everything, though. I will say, Mangone, he can do a little everything. So I don't mind that comparison because
I don't even think he's in here, so we can just make fun of him. He won't even know.
No, we don't want to make fun of Mangone too much.
Right, we got Vassell is not small forward eligible on FanDuel, says Hunter Weaver. So
okay, on FanDuel.
Favorite FanDuel plays is what he wants to know.
Well, all right. So Kelly Oubre is small forward eligible, and I think my other guy, I think I would probably lean. I might lean in that same game with Wiggins or Toscano Anderson. I think Wiggins, I think honestly, I like the Golden State guys on FanDuel specifically as my guys. It'd probably be Wiggins and Oubre together.
Wiggins and Oubre would be the way you would go there. Huh. Very interesting.
I think so, which I don't think will be very popular. I think people are going to choose one or the other. So I think in tournaments, that's an interesting way to go.
I mean, and then there's a lot of good Golden State plays is what it's just looking at, like Oubre. Now we're talking about Wiggins. Yeah. Steph Curry.
Because on FanDuel, you can get anyone you want. Like the pricing doesn't matter. The pricing makes no sense because it doesn't even matter. Everyone should be 0 and just put whoever you want in a lineup. Like I don't understand because you can play literally anyone. So like on center, Joel Embiid just makes the most sense. Like lock in Joel Embiid playing 18 to 22 minutes. Joel Embiid at 18 to 22 is better than all of these other centers. But if you're looking at it from a tournament perspective, Joel Embiid is probably going to be the most popular play on the slate on FanDuel. because there's not many good centers. So if you did play Marquise Chris and somehow dude outscores Joel Embiid, which I mean, I'm sure is very unlikely, but if it were to happen, you're going to be way ahead of all those Joel Embiid teams. So it's going to make you more different. Jakob Poeltl, they already talked about going small, so I wouldn't go there. Really don't like many other centers. I think it's Embiid. It's Chris. If Whiteside were to play and get run, I would like Whiteside, but I don't know if he's going to even play. So I don't want to even put him in there.
I hit the like button real quick, guys. We're 7 shy of 100. I mean, this is ridiculous. Just get us to 100. Everything will be great. We got JSU already giving stuff away. Some guy already said he wants my autograph picture. I'm not going to give it to him.
No one wants that.
I swear to God, they did it. I'm telling you. Monkey Knife Fight. I want to tell you about that right after we get to these final questions, because if you're not playing that, you're missing out on a lot of money. Philip Galvin wants to know Vassell or Buddy on shooting guard on FanDuel.
Ooh, another perfect scenario of if you play Buddy Hield is going to be more popular than Vassell. So I think Vassell is a good GPP play over a Buddy Hield. Guy who, like I said, he defends well. He can get steals and blocks. He can get rebounds. He can score. I like Vassell. They already talked about playing small. They talked about getting the young guys run. He specifically, to me, when they say young guys, I mean, him, Lonnie Walker are the two guys that jump out at me as guys they want to specifically get run if they're saying we want the young guys and we're going smaller. So if they're saying we're going smaller and we want the young guys to get run, those are the guys I look at specifically. DeJounte Murray to a lesser extent, just because, I mean, DeJounte Murray he's been there already for a couple of years. Pop knows what he's got in DeJounte.
Yeah. So we already did Murray or Fox on FanDuel, right? Because Travis, if we didn't, Travis has about 30 seconds to lock. Murray or Fox?
Murray.
Does Caleb Weston get enough run tonight? Frederick wants to know.
Oh man, Wesson, he might get a little run. I think that's a long shot. I think I prefer Toscano Anderson, but that's up to you. I personally prefer the other guy, Anderson.
Last one, Andrew, Robert Williams or Lyles?
I'm gonna lean the Spurs guys, so Lyles.
All right, very good. Good job, guys. Nice.
We need 5 more likes to get to 100.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, here
I got 5 more likes. I'll give away an extra piece of gear if we get 5 more likes.
Now,
because I'm just generous right now. This is just me being generous.
So let me ask you a question here while we're waiting for our next 5 likes, and I tell you about Monkey Knife Fight. Did Lamar Jackson have to poop, or did he really have cramps?
No way he had cramps.
There's no way, right?
Don't believe it.
The way he was running.
Seriously. Seriously. The way he was running is the perfect way to describe this, because anyone who's had a cramp, like cramping, I mean, you are just like, it's so painful. You're like kind of hunched over a little bit, like there was no indications when he was running through that tunnel, going to that door, that he was cramping, in my opinion. I mean, I can't believe
this
it.
This is what did it. Get out of my way. You're not running to get an IV again. You're not sprinting to do that. You're not. I've been there. We've all been there. We've all clenched. He had the clenched butt run. This is the telltale sign. So any doctors or Lamar Jacksons that want to say they weren't pooping, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. We got over 100.
We did. So, I mean, I got to pick 2 people. I would like to pick someone who talks bad about my Ben Simmons take to hopefully get him on my side. But,
New Love Adger Catcher. It's got to be, he's the guy. He's furious still.
New Love Adger Catcher. Is that him?
Yes.
Love Adger Catcher. Hit me up. If you're not in Discord, you can hit me or Tony up. Tony Niehaus, Big T. It's actually Anthony Wayne Niehaus, which I learned recently.
Really?
For everyone knowing.
Wayne?
Yeah. Wayne? Yep. Wayne, just so everyone knows. If you don't know, now you know. But
Big Wayne.
New love Adricatcher. Hit up me or Big Wayne in the Discord or on Twitter. At JSURab, at BigT44 on Twitter. You get some gear, my friend. And then, I mean, what we got here? Let's see.
You can do it. Oh, what? Here, take 1 minute.
I got Dan Riddle.
Okay.
You need some rum pure, JSU. I got you, brother.
So do I. Don't even start. Like I guess I didn't go on the Discord or the channel, and I didn't tell him I wanted some clothes. I got like early 2020 Run Pure gear, which is not even. This is like so outdated. It's like Jordan 4s. It's like no one even wants it anymore. So Monkey Knife Fight. I've been making a lot of money. Hoop has been giving out winners. I'm even giving out winners. Titletown's giving out winners. Anybody that plays Monkey Knife Fight knows we're crushing it, especially on the Discord. If you have not signed up and you like player props, I'm all about the player props. I love betting. Head-to-head player props, over-unders, fantasy points, touchdown scores. We're going to have NBA stuff. There's going to be a ton of NBA games too. Monkey Knife Fight. Use the code RUNPURE. You know how to spell it. And you will get a matching deposit up to $50. You put $50 in, you get $100. So not bad. I like it. I like it a lot. Another thing before we get out of here, and whenever JSU wants to, if you have missed, if you don't play NFL, which I don't understand, but if you don't play NFL, JSU and I do a show up to lock on Sunday mornings too, from 11:30 to 12:45, just killing it, absolutely killing it. So, I mean, every week you're going to get somebody that nobody's playing. You're going to get the stack of the week. It's going to be gorgeous. Listen, we were both on Herbert last week. This happens. It happens. It was a great matchup. Let's go back to him on Thursday. It'll be nice.
Listen, we'll talk about that. I don't know where we're going on Thursday yet. I'm not there yet. You're not going.
Come on, Derek Carr, 40 fantasy.
Is Mike Williams playing? Geez, that offense looked terrible without.
Well, he got hurt. That's what really screwed him and Allen.
Oh, I know. I had a big, nice 0 in my lineup. Don't worry, though, guys. We will be back tomorrow, and I promise you this. You roast my takes, you're not getting any swag tomorrow. I guarantee you that. That's right.
Whoa.
More swag to come.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll tell you this much. Then you see Big T on this show. He's not Big T. He's Big Wayne. He is Big Wayne when he comes on this show. Get ready, Big T. Big Wayne. That is so beautiful. All right, anything else you want to say before we get out of here? I just want to thank Simon for making us look pretty. He deserves the love.
No, I mean, I can't believe we spent, 45 minutes talking about this 3-game slate, but I loved it. It was great.
50.
Oh, 50. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I'll put 5 minutes of chat and swag.
Lamar pooping, yeah.
Yeah, Lamar pooping. So, all right.
Get ready. It's a long season. It's only 72 games, though. It's only 72 games.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Me and JSU will be leading you up to lock during the regular season. We will probably still be goofing off, but a lot more serious too. All the news will be popping out. We only had 3 games. We got you as much news as there is out there for 5 teams. Screw the Kings. They just don't want to play along. So that's it. Why don't you say goodbye, dude? Hey, and I want to thank every single one of you for watching. Thank you very much. And my interview with Hoop is out inside the DFS studio. Not a nice guy like you think he is. That's all I'll say. Just watch it.
All right.
You'll find out.
Check it out. Bye, peeps. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.